invest in them. And so one of the greatest parts of our year is getting to celebrate them as they prepare for graduation and prepare for this next step of their life. So today, we are going to take a moment to honor our seniors who are graduating. You guys are privileged because you get to see a lot of them here. We have about 32 on stage with us today. So we are going to take a moment, recognize them by name. What I would like to ask is that, since there are so many of them, if you'll hold your claps and applauses until the end, and then we can just honor them all together before Hayden comes up and says a few words. So I will begin, so like I said, we'd like to honor them by name. So first we have Aubrey Adams, Maddie Allen, Ashlyn Ambrose, Nate Brooks, Mackenzie Burkholder, Emery Cantrell, Matthew Coley, Amanda Corley, Brock Curry, Kelsey Duprane, Jillian Douglas, Jordan Exline, Will Ford, Trace Francis, Ethan Henderson, Gretchen Haupt, Rachel Hunt, Chris Jester, Blake Lollinger, Camilla Lauterbach, Ethan Maddie, Cole McLean, Trevor Morrison, Haley Knapp, Seth Nall, Timothy Privrat, Abby Rhodes, Ishmael Rubio, Cody Scholl, Tate Seiss, Ben Sylvester, and Bailey Wright.
They were all wondering what they were going to do when the camera actually got to their faces. They didn't know what was going on. But this weekend is a really bittersweet moment for both Kendall and I, and for the rest of you parents as well, I'm sure, where we're recognizing these seniors. It's bitter because for me, this is my first class that I've got to spend an entire year with. I've grown very close to a lot of these guys and girls, and I'm really sad to see them go. And it's bitter because we're losing a lot of really godly, a lot of really mature, a lot of students who take their faith very, very seriously. So that's why it's bitter, but it's also sweet because we're losing many very special, godly, mature students who take their faith very, very seriously, and they're going into either the workplace or into a college campus, and I'm very, very excited and hopeful about what the Lord is going to do in them and through them in the years to come. And many of these students that you see right here have been at Henderson Hills their entire lives for some of them, and for others many, many years. And so guys, you made it. Congratulations, you're on the stage. This time in your life marks a big time of transition for you guys. You guys are going to be having more freedom than you've ever had in your entire life. You're going to be making more adult decisions than you've ever made before in your entire life. And you're stepping into a time and place where you're going to have to make your faith your own in a way that you've never had to do it before. And so what I want to do in these last moments that we get to talk to you here on this stage is I just want to remind you of the only thing that's going to keep you and sustain you as you go throughout your entire life, and that's the gospel. So last month, a few months ago, we did a series through Romans titled Iridescence, showing you that the gospel is something that we never get past, but it's something we only grow deeper and deeper in. In the first week of Romans, we saw that the gospel is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes. So the gospel is your only hope for salvation. It's the only thing that can offer you forgiveness of sins. It's the only thing that can cancel your record of debt and nail it to the cross. It's the only thing that can clothe you in the righteousness of Jesus Christ, who was crucified and rose again from the dead. And so the gospel is your only hope for salvation. But the gospel is also the only hope of salvation for everyone else you're going to encounter for the rest of your life. No good work can save them. No amount of advice can save them, but it's only the gospel that can save them. So remember that for the rest of your days, that it's only the gospel that can give salvation. But as we went throughout the rest of the book of Romans, we got to Romans 16 and Paul's last doxology. In Romans 16:25, he says, "Now to him who is able to strengthen you according to my gospel in the preaching of Jesus Christ." So the gospel not only saves you, but the gospel is what strengthens you. So as you go through this life, you experience trials, you experience heartache, you experience difficulty, and you're weak and you need strength. You look to Christ and him crucified and him risen from the dead, and that's what's going to strengthen you. So as you go throughout this life, look to Jesus, because as you behold him, you're going to be transformed from one degree of glory to the next. So you never get past the gospel. You only grow deeper and deeper in it. Never forget the gospel. It's what saves you, and it's what strengthens you. But church, what we're going to do right now is I'm going to ask you guys to stand, and I'm going to spend a few moments praying over these seniors. I'm going to ask that as I pray, that you pray as well for these seniors. Pray that God would strengthen and sustain them as they go throughout their lives. So let's spend a few moments praying for them.